Hi, this is Ramajii in San Diego. I just wanted to make a little video confirming that I am here in San Diego. I got here June 18th. Today is July 7th. And our next meetup satsang will be in South San Diego on Saturday, July 14th. I also wanted to make a statement for anybody watching this video, meaning you, a little bit what I'm about, what I'm doing, what I'm talking about. And basically that is the teachings of Ramana Maharshi, which is Advaita and non-duality and enlightenment. But it's a little bit different because it's not just talking about Advaita and it's not just listening to Advaita being talked about, and it's not just thinking about it or reading about it. Ramana was an advocate of meditation and self-inquiry, and so am I. So this is a path where you work, where you meditate, and although the awakening is sudden, the path takes time in space, or apparently so, and as long as that is your experience, then that is your experience. So let me talk briefly about what I'm here for. One of the big points I want to be making is the heart on the right. A lot of people are experiencing the heart on the right. They're feeling it. The heart on the right was talked about by Ramana. The heart on the right is a valid experience. It's a call from the self. But there are non-duality teachers that are not aware of this, so they think it's a false signal. It's not a false signal. It's a call from the self. This is what Ramana said, this is what I say, and this is my experience. The second point I want to make is, what is the nature of meditation? Specifically, what is the nature of self-enquiry? How do you do it? Self-inquiry is not talking. It is not thinking. It is not repeating a question. That's the misunderstanding. Now, you can do it as a technique and do it as a set of questions, and that's fine, and that is what you should do if your mind is being noisy. If your mind is quiet, then you rest in the heart. Whether that's an experience that you feel from your chest, as the heart, as the feeling of resting in pure being, in peace and love, in joy, or just the wholeness, just the spaciousness. But it will be associated with silence. There will be the experience of silence and indescribable fullness and deep, deep rest. The technique itself is very simple if you're using it as a technique. And that is, when you have a thought come up, especially a disturbing thought, you ask, who is having this thought? Now, that's very interesting, because you're able to ask a thought. Where does it come from? Who is having it? And you will get an answer. The answer that you will get is, I am. Now this is an I that's separate from you. You're witnessing this. It's not you. So then you ask, the second part, the second question, you ask, well, who are you? And you will get an answer. And that answer will be, I am the I thought. I am the I thought. And then if you're doing the full-blown version that I recommend, at least at the beginning for starting, you then ask, well, Okay, I thought, where did you come from? Where did you come from? Where do you come from? And the I thought will answer. It will tell you. It will say, I came from the heart. Now, as it turns out, this is very meaningful because it doesn't mean the heart on the left. It doesn't mean the heart in the middle. It means the heart on the right. The heart on the right is basically an inch or two from center. I mean, I feel it right here as a marker on the body. And as Ramana pointed out, this is where we go and we say, are you so-and-so? You go, yes, I am so-and-so. You don't go here. You don't go over here. You go here, exactly where that is, that marker for the heart on the right. So when you do self-inquiry in this way, using the formula, the technique, you arrive at the heart. Now, when the mind becomes more quiet, you then rest in the heart, meaning you do not have the I thought shooting up to the head, jumping up to the head. You're staying in the heart. You're resting in the heart. Then you experience peace. And then you go back and forth between head and heart, heart and head. And as the abiding in the self, in the peace, in the heart on the right gets stronger and deeper and more total and more convincing to you that this is the real deal, this is your truth, this is your very self, then your capacity to do that, to rest in the heart, gets greater and greater, and you stay there longer and longer. And eventually this becomes your constant experience, and eventually the I thought is returned to the heart and is dissolved in the heart. And there's actually a spiritual black hole there, and that is what eats the I thought up. And the heart on the right corresponds to the causal body or the deep sleep body. But that's subject for another talk. The other point I want to make is I want to define what the I thought is, just so that you understand that. And the I thought is exactly this. It is the I am the body thought. The I am the body concept or idea. The entire world is in a trance. It is in a trance produced by the concept, I am the body. Usually that's referring to the physical body. I am this physical body. I am this physical human body. But when you're having a dream, as you may have noticed, you still feel like you have a body. So in that case, you're having the experience, I am this body. In this case, the dream body or the astral body. But for most practical purposes and for the sake of sadhana, for meditation and spiritual practice, it's sufficient to just recognize that we are overwhelmed and entranced by this I am the physical body concept trance. And then the final point I want to make in this hopefully short video, it's already longer than I wanted it to be, is to watch in the morning when you wake up. Watch for the rising of the I thought from the heart on the right, or at least the rising of the I thought. Because when you wake up in the morning, the first 1 or 2 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, maybe the first 5 seconds, but we're talking about a very narrow window here. But when you wake up, do not move the body, and instead be aware of the arising of the I thought, the imposition of the I am the body idea upon your consciousness. Because no matter who you are, doesn't matter if you're a lucid dreamer or not, or any of that, but during sleep and dream, the self, the luminous, aware consciousness is present. And there's a bridge, there's a transition where it is still present, and the I thought has not yet risen up, or it may have risen up, but it has not yet taken full control in the brain. It shoots up from the heart in the morning, right when you wake up, goes to the top of the head, takes over the brain, then the nervous system, then the whole body, and then you have this feeling, I am the body, which is very hard to shake once it's established. So the value of this is to cut it off at the pass, to intervene early, to interrupt the I thought in its blitzkrieg of rushing up from the heart to take over the brain from the top of the head, from the crown chakra down. So if there's one moment in your day where you really want to be paying attention and you really want to be present and you want to be in spacious awareness, it is the very instant that you wake up, the first second. Be aware of the I thought, be aware of it, of where does this I am the physical body come in from? How does it show up? How does it take over? Because if nothing else, if you were dreaming just a moment before, you were dreaming you have this dream body, right? So how do you now all of a sudden have this physical body? Well, there's a gap. There's a gap there. It's just a very short, narrow, and very fast gap. There's not much time. It's a few seconds. A few seconds. So if you can jump in there, you can catch it. You can see it for yourself. And if you see it for yourself, you've pretty much stopped it. It's just a matter of time until you fully understand and you can be established in the self. So that's the thing to do. That's the number one thing I recommend besides self-inquiry meditation itself, of course. So if you can, keep the body very still. Notice how does the I am the body idea impose itself upon you. You are already the self. You are already self-luminous, spacious awareness. So you are already that. You know that you've been told that. So then you've been wondering, well, how then do I stop being that? How did I stop being that if I'm already that? And how can I already be that and yet have this experience of not being that? The answer, I'm telling you the answer right now. The answer is that you're in an I am the body trance. And furthermore, I'm telling you exactly how it arises, how exactly it takes place. It just happens so fast when you're transitioning from sleeping or dreaming. It happens so fast right when you wake up that almost nobody catches it. 7 billion people on this planet and almost nobody catches it. But it happens, I guarantee it. And not only that, Ramana Maharshi says so. He said so, so I believed him. And I followed up. And I acted on his advice. And I found that what he says is true. 100% true. That's exactly what happens. The I thought shoots up from the heart to the head, takes over the brain, takes over the nervous system, takes over the whole body. Then you spend the whole day wandering around in this I am the body trance, I am the body trance, I am the body trance. I'm telling you, you can intervene right at the beginning, right when it all starts. Save yourself a lot of trouble by being absolutely aware, awake and aware at the moment that you wake up, which means transition from sleeping, meaning deep sleeping, or dreaming, meaning being in a dream. There's a gap. That's what I'm telling you. There's a gap. And in there, that gap, there is the luminosity of the self, the self-aware luminosity of the self, the spaciousness. The spaciousness is right there. There's a gap between that other state, sleep or dream, and this waking state, this physical world. That's the time. Jump in. Jump in. See for yourself. See for yourself what happens to I thought jumping up. Okay. I get very happy, very excited, very passionate about this. So, there you have it. Okay, this is Ramaji signing off for now here in beautiful San Diego, and it is lovely, it really is. And the people are very nice, by the way. They're wonderful and friendly people. And the next video, or one of my next videos, I will go into more depth about how to do self-inquiry and dispel more illusions about self-inquiry, and specifically talk about what you could call the positive aspect of the practice, which is that the essence of self-inquiry is to abide in the pure I feeling. So you don't have to go become something else. You, like in Buddhism, you don't have to become the no-self. Okay? You're already that. You're already that. You're already it. You're already the self. But the I am the body idea has been superimposed upon it. It is covering the light. But the light is there under the bushel. So this I feeling that you have is accurate. Yes, I am this I feeling. Yes, I'm right, but I'm half right. Because to have the I feeling and have it constricted and bounded and imprisoned and confined by the I thought is to be half alive, to be only half yourself. So the answer is to set the I feeling free, completely, totally free. To liberate the I feeling. And when the I feeling is totally liberated, when it is totally set free, then it is unbounded. It has no limits. But this requires investigating the I thought, understanding how it arises, understanding its nature, which is really understanding the mind, because the I thought, or the I am the body thought, is the root of the mind. So your I feeling is correct, 100%, but you've got it under a bushel. The light is under the bushel, just like Jesus said. What's the bushel? The bushel is the I am the body thought, the I thought. That's the bushel. So you remove the bushel, and then you have the self. You have the I, the pure I, the unbounded I, the unlimited I, the true self, the pure I feeling, without conditions, without conditioning. And that pure I, a pure being, without limits, is pure peace, pure happiness, pure joy, pure love, and the pure feeling of freedom. It is freedom, and it is happiness. And if it was not those things, then it would not be worth pursuing. I think you would agree. But it is worth pursuing, and I can tell you that it is. I guarantee it. Okay, this is Ramajii in San Diego. And I'm going to say goodbye for now, but there will be more videos, maybe a lot, I don't know, but certainly I will be explaining the basics to you, and not just the basics, but advanced topics like this one, because quite frankly, this is information that's quite difficult to come by. I know I didn't have an easy time finding it out, but once I did, it changed my life. Okay, many blessings in the self. This is Ramajii. Bye for now.